Is Pokemon going to be expensive forever? Well, today I want to talk about that, so let's get to it. Welcome back everyone to the Splash Zone. My name is Michael, and today I want to give my opinion on if I feel Pokemon will be expensive forever. Now the truth is, no one can really tell what's going to happen forever, but we can get a good gauge on what's happening and kind of apply it to the next 5 to 10 years. Now, if you are someone who truly likes talking about the Pokemon market, this is what I do. Please do like and subscribe, as it does help the channel. And now what I would like to do is talk about if Pokemon is going to be expensive forever. And my verdict is going to be no. It's going to be expensive for a very long time. Like, I'm talking about maybe the next few years. And for my first reason, that reason is the fact that it is no longer a collectible hobby, but it is an investment. Now, let's be real, guys. We've seen Pokemon take steps and leaps that we've never seen before. I mean, I understand COVID, we saw big money, but there's big money happening here too right now, especially with Modern. And Modern is more popular than it's ever been for a Pokemon era. If you look at the data right now between the S&P 500 and Pokemon, the S&P 500 for an annual growth has been about 483%, whereas Pokemon has been 3,800%. If people who are investors or people who are in suits, if they don't like that, then they wouldn't be collecting in Pokemon. But the fact is they like the fast returns. So yes, they are also in Pokemon as well. Whether we like it or not, people in Pokemon are also in for the money, not just for the collectibles. Pokemon is now a money returner for a lot of investors, and we've seen that time and time again, especially when something outperforms the S&P 500. And I don't know if you guys have seen, but we've seen cards go up left and right, and it seems like sometimes people with a lot of money are pumping up the price of these cards to make sure that the cards stay where they are and they don't lose value right away, which is why I think cards are going to keep their prices for a very long time. Now, for the second reason why I think Pokemon will remain expensive for years to come is because of the millennials, guys. The millennials make up most of the workforce in America today. And with that being said, right, I mean, millennials grew up with Pokemon. We were all kids. I'm one of the millennials, right? I'm part of the workforce. There's a lot of people like me out there who have money to spend on our childhood dreams, right? What we had back then. We want to get our stuff back. And a lot of us are in the workforce making good money. And I see it every day as a vendor now. I see a lot of people my age wanting to buy Pokemon cards now. They don't want to buy stocks anymore. Maybe they do have some stock positions, but looking to get your childhood nostalgia dream back is something that every single millennial wants. And if they're dominating the workforce, that means they're dominating the money, which means the money is now going toward Pokemon, which is making it keep its value. The third reason why I think Pokemon is going to stay expensive for a very long time is the fact that Pokemon is reaching all generations. It's not just the millennials, right? We grew up with it, yes, but it's not just our hobby. This hobby is transcending every single generation, from old to young. If you watch any vendor videos, or if you ever have watched me in action, you'll see that most of my customers are either kids or older adults, actually. I don't usually run into people my age a lot. And if they do come around, they usually go for the more pricier stuff. I'm not a pricey vendor yet. I got a few good things, but I don't have the huge inventory that other vendors do, right? So a lot of my people my age go over there. But I get a lot of the kids and I get a lot of the older generation who just want to collect, right? And I'm starting to see that Pokemon is starting to reach out to all these kids. And when kids are the ones in collecting Pokemon, that pretty much means that Pokemon's will be relevant when they grow up too, because they remember doing it as kids as well, just like us, right? And also, let me tell you, these kids are savvy. They have their apps, they're doing comps, they're making sure they get every single buck possible. You can't just bully a kid for their card and get like 50% for the card. No, they are hard negotiators. Kids are well aware of the Pokemon market and they want to stay for the long term. Another reason why I do feel that the Pokemon market's going to remain strong for a very long time is the fact that every single day we see a new card hitting its all-time highs. I mean, it happens all the time, you guys. If you think about it, look at Logan Paul. Well, he started this all with Pokemon and high purchase values, right? When he bought the Pikachu Illustrator card for in a PSA 10 for $5.275 million, right? So we think about that, he kind of set a storm that was going to happen eventually. But now we're seeing it all the time. Just recently, I saw a PSA 10 Old Star Torchic sell for $225,000. I mean, where do people get that money? Is it the rich, or is it people just having a lot of money to spend on collectibles that they desire, not only as an investment, but as a childhood dream card? We've also seen Gengar get a lot of love, of course, Phantasmal Flames. Well, the CGC Gengar card in Japanese just sold at $46,000. That is the most expensive Gengar card of all time. That is also higher than any Blastoise or first edition card other than the Charizard that has sold for that price. So this is just showing you guys that it doesn't matter at all. People are selling these things at an all-time high. Let's think about recent modern cards. The Gengar in a PSA 10 for Phantom Hollands. This sold for $12,000 in a PSA 10. That's a modern card that has not even reached 10 years old yet. That's telling you everything. And just think about recently, modern. PSA 10, the Umbreon from Prismatic Evolutions. The first 10 that we saw sold on eBay for about $8,000. I mean, there's money being spent on these cards like no other, and there's no end in sight, which is leading me to believe that Pokemon cards and these high prices are here to stay for a very long time. The next thing to consider is that booster boxes are unobtainable. You can't find them no matter where you go. LGSs don't have many of them, and if they do, they have to sell it for astronomical prices or else they're gone. I mean, you go on the second market, there's not even that many. People are keeping these for investments now because booster boxes have been one of the most reliable sources of income for a long time. They do not go down. And the reason why is because every time someone opens a booster box, there is one less one on the planet Earth. Whereas when you open booster boxes, you get more cards flooding the Pokemon market, right? So what happens to booster boxes is the inverse for Pokemon cards. So the less booster boxes you have, that means the more of those Pokemon cards that are out there. So booster boxes are now being the sought after thing in Pokemon. I mean, don't get me wrong, slabs and singles, all those things have those desires from collectors, but booster boxes for investors and other people who want to have high-end stuff in Pokemon are getting these collectibles, and they're not stopping, and they're spending all they can to get it. And all these other stores are selling out really quick, and you can't get them at MSRP. MSRP right now is dead. You're not going to find a booster box for under $200. The truth is, no booster box right now is under $200. That's English, right? Scarlet and Violet, none of them are under $200. Even the new sets, look at Mega Evolutions, $300 to get that. Destined Rivals right now is around $400. That's new sets selling for those prices. Booster boxes are unattainable. And because of that, that means the Pokemon market is stronger than ever, and it's not going to slow down anytime soon. So if you can get a booster box, I will say get it, don't open it, and just see what happens and go from there. And the next one has nothing to do politically, but the truth is we have to understand that the booming market of America is happening. We do have a good market right now. If we were in a bad economy, people wouldn't have the money that they have to spend on these cards. It is not just some big time corporate people in suits buying these cards. I know, I'm a vendor, I see it every day. I see people my age whipping out $10,000 just like that to buy a card. And I've seen younger kids have money. People are getting good money and good paying jobs, and they're spending on collectibles. And that all happens when you have a good economy with good paying jobs and a lot of jobs out there to offer good paying jobs and compensation, right? So I think that's a huge thing that's happening too. So I think we'll see a huge indicator on if Pokemon will be expensive by the market. If the market and the stock market tends to go down and our economy goes down, that kind of tells you that Pokemon may have a slight downturn as well. But if the market is booming, why wouldn't Pokemon market boom as well? You gotta think about it that way. And the last thing I want to talk about is the fact that PSA 10 population does not matter anymore. Back then, it was the rarest of the rare that would sell for all-time highs in price for a PSA 10. Now we're seeing all kinds of cards, even modern cards, no matter their PSA 10 population, selling for all-time highs. Look at the Van Gogh Pikachu. There's like 50,000 of these out there in the PSA 10, and it continues to sell for thousands and thousands of dollars. It doesn't matter. People don't care, right? Think about all the Scarlet and Violet cards. I mean, the Prismatic Evolutions, right? Umbreon selling for thousands of dollars. Even think about the fact that we have a ton of Sword and Shield PSA 10s of all the Grails. The Giratina, the Moonbreon, the Rayquaza, Gengar. All these cards, it doesn't matter. They're all going upwards of $2,000, regardless of the fact that they have high PSA 10 rates, and there's a lot of them out there, but people don't care. They're collecting them because they're hit cards, and they're beautiful cards at that. So their price is going to stay pretty high for a very long time, and that's going to lead me to think that this market is not going to stop anytime soon. And that's the reason, you guys, why I truly feel that the Pokemon market is not going to stop anytime soon, and it will be expensive for a very long time. I understand this isn't the take that most collectors want, but sometimes we have to understand the reality that we are in. The fact is, the Pokemon market is strong, and it's not going anywhere for a very long time. Now, that doesn't mean forever, but I think in the meantime, for the next few years or so, we're going to see Pokemon continue to hit highs that we never thought we would see before. And if you guys truly did enjoy this video, please do like and subscribe. And if you have any additional comments you want to add about the Pokemon market, please do comment down in the comment section below. Have a wonderful day. God bless you guys, and bye-bye.